Welcome back to Stooge Stream. This is Making an Impact, your weekly Impact Wrestling recap, formerly known as Impact Wrestling Recap. I'm your host, The Stooge. I'm joined as...
I'm going to introduce myself, all right? I don't need you introducing me.
Okay.
The one and only G-Banks, ladies and gentlemen.
My co-host. We're looking at the Impact Wrestling episode from the 16th of March, 2017. We've got a whole lot to talk about, so let's kick it off. First off, Alberto El Patron comes to the ring.
I don't know what he's doing there. He didn't cheat last week.
Well, in speaking of saying that, he did relinquish the title because he doesn't feel that he won it in a fair manner. So Bobby Lashley is still our Impact Wrestling heavyweight champion.
How it should be.
Okay. So he calls out Lashley. EC3 answers instead.
I don't know what EC3 was doing, but we'll see.
We'll see. They have a face-off. El Patron ends up calling EC3 a bitch. He says, I'm here for the big dog, not
I don't
for the
know
bitch.
why he's calling him a bitch. Like, he's the one that came out there, you know, pretty much stole, you know, Bobby Lashley's title, and now he has the audacity to call other wrestlers bitch. Like, who is this guy?
All right, you're in a mood tonight. Fair call.
I just don't get it.
Okay.
Like, Impact's trying to make, you know, stuff great again, and they're bringing, you know, bozos like this guy in. You know, just boils my blood a bit, you know what I mean, man?
Fair call. Fair call. Anyway, this leads to a pull apart. EC3 challenges Alberto to a number one contenders match later on tonight. We hear over the headset, JB lets us know that this is going to be happening at some stage on this episode.
Yeah. Thanks, JB, for your intel.
All right, so we cut backstage to a production meeting, and we see Dutch, Bruce, Simon Diamond, a couple other people there. They're talking about the tag team title dilemma. They're saying that you can't just win the titles by stealing them out of thin air. Apparently, Bruce has got an idea.
Yeah.
And we're going to find out what that is later on in the show.
It's bound to be good, because it's Bruce.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Bruce, you know, he knows what he's doing.
Fair call. All right, well, we'll see. We're going to get to it. Next up, we have a little video package of Eli Drake and Tyrus. Tyrus saying he made a deal with the devil when he joined Eli Drake, but still likes the money.
Yeah, I can see that. That's fair enough. He's in it for the business, and, you know, at the end of the day, you got to, you know, make that money. Got to feed the family.
Yeah.
You know?
Look, I see that. I see that. But, you know, it looks like there may be a turn coming in the future. But this does lead to the next match, which is Eli Drake and Tyrus versus Larado Kid and Garza Jr., a new tag team.
Who?
Well, these guys, Larado Kid apparently has been in the business for quite some time. I know very little about him because I'm not into Mexican wrestling per se. I don't watch it. Not saying I'm not into it. I like lucha style. I just don't watch it. And Garza Jr. Has 6 or something other relatives that are all wrestlers as well. He's well famous. His dad was a wrestler, Hector Garza. They're from the Crash promotion, which we saw the Hardys in a few weeks ago, claiming the tag team titles.
Okay, fair enough. Interesting.
So this was an interesting match with Eli and Tyrus clearly outweighing the smaller luchas.
Yep.
This is a game of power versus speed. So we had a lot of, you know, big hits from Eli and Tyrus.
Well, how I saw it was, you know, Eli and Tyrus were actually wrestling, while the other two were just showboating.
Look, I think the lucha style was fantastic. I thought some of the moves that they did were great. They were high flyers, they were quick. And in the end, Garza Jr. gets the win with Eli Drake being distracted trying to tag in Tyrus.
But whatever.
It's a roll-up win. A win's a win. It's in the W column.
Okay. I'll let that one slide.
And I like it. We're adding a new flavor to TNA, bringing in some more luchadors, which is always a good thing.
Yeah, I guess so. Look, if they don't do what their counterpart Alberto did and steal people's titles, then yeah, they can stick around.
All right. Very cool. So next up, we have already in the ring, Kayci Quinn, a new knockout to the division. I haven't heard of her before. I know nothing about her.
No name.
Coming out to verse her is Brandi Rhodes in her first singles knockout match.
I don't know what Brandy's doing there without her husband. First question.
Well, very quickly, she has her introduction, and within moments, Cody Rhodes comes running down the ramp. He interrupts.
So he should be, yeah. Because he's her husband, and he should be looking after her.
Well, he says this match isn't going to happen. He offers a job of $45 to leave, which is apparently $20 more than she was going to get anyway.
That's the biggest paycheck she's ever seen in her life, that no name. I can tell you that, that's for sure.
Kayci Quinn?
Yep.
He still wants his match with Moose, and he says that TNA isn't going to be taking advantage of the Rhodes name.
Because Moose is a pussy. Like, why isn't he, you know, coming out to the challenge.
He's in Japan having matches.
No, he's not. There's no proof of him being in Japan.
We saw a package of them in Japan.
Man, that was nothing.
They're a pro wrestling Noah.
That was Moose.
What are you talking about?
That's fake news, man. Fake news.
All right. So anyway, in future, it looks like we're going to have Cody Rhodes versus Moose for the Grand Championship, and he leaves the ring taking Brandi with him, which means that we don't see Brandi's first match.
Good.
In the break, Rosemary comes out and attacks Kayci Quinn and absolutely destroys her in the ring.
Good. Well done. Good job, Rosemary. Look, you know what? I don't really like Rosemary, but she gets the job done, and that's what I appreciate it. That's what's making Impact great.
That's what counts in the end for you.
Yeah.
Well, she finished Kayci Quinn off with the Red Wedding, which is her finishing move inspired by Game of Thrones, I believe.
Look, if No Name wants to stick around, she's going to have to take a lot more Red Weddings, all right? Let me just say it that way.
All right. So let's see what happens in future if we see any more appearances from Kayci Quinn after that.
Okay.
Next,
you keep saying this name, and I don't know who it is, so...
All right, next up we had the promised match of EC3 versus Alberto El Patron.
Okay.
This was a really good match. I really enjoyed it.
I did enjoy the match, admittedly. It was, you know...
This is a wrestling clinic.
It was, you know, very intriguing for me that I could actually sit down and enjoy it.
Yeah. Now, I like the fact that we had a story told in the match of El Patron taking out EC3's arm and continually targeting that while EC3 keeps powering back from it. There was a good...
Cheat tactics.
There was a good back and forth between them. But in the end, EC3 taps out for the first time ever in his run here in Impact Wrestling, taps out to a cross arm breaker.
Well, what do you expect? Of course, you know, El Patron's going to resort to cheating tactics and work on the arm. Like,
it's not cheating. He just worked his arm for the whole match and then tapped him out.
That's practically one-on-one cheating.
How is that cheating? He is literally just having a match. He's working the arm for his submission.
What, he
later
can't
in the
wrestle
match.
him, you know, one-on-one? Does he have to work just one body part? Like, can't he go for everything? You know what I mean?
It's
That's
smart
cheating.
wrestling. What are you talking about?
I don't know. It's a bit dodgy to me. This whole, you know, El Patron coming in here, you know, trying to take over. It's all dodgy.
Well, El Patron ends up putting over EC3 after the match, shaking his hand and saying how good a match it was. He's wrestled everyone around the world, and EC3 nearly took him to the limit.
Look, 2 mistakes EC3 done. I'm going to tell you that right now.
All right.
First mistake, not smashing freaking El Patron with that chair.
When he had the opportunity,
Yeah, I don't know why he didn't. He literally grabbed it and then threw it away. And then the second mistake...
It proves he's got character.
No, the second mistake is that he should have actually socked the shit out of El Patron when he put his hand out for the handshake.
What, just sucker punched him?
Yeah, sucker punched the shit out of him.
Hey, dude, like, he's showing his character.
No, why would he when the guy steals titles? Why would you respect someone like that?
Well, we did see later on backstage, EC3 was very upset. And Bruce
so he
Prichard
should be.
Whispered something in his ear, so we'll see what happens there.
Hopefully we get rid of El Patron. That's what he whispered.
Okay. So we had a backstage promo with the new tag team that we saw last week for the first time, Reno Scum.
Oh, the deadbeat dads. Oh, okay.
I'm going to agree with you for the first time in the show. They do kind of look like deadbeat dads.
Come on. Like, look at them. With the cut sleeves and, you know, ripped jean shorts. Like, what are you trying to prove there, buddies? Come on.
You're bouncing checks.
Yeah, you're bouncing checks. Come on. Go look after your 4-year-olds that you haven't seen for 2 years.
All right, I really like the promo, though. They come across like English punk rockers with their oi, oi, oi chant.
Don't know why they're doing it in America, in Las Vegas, but whatever.
No, I like it. It's a throwback punk team. They have a little bit of mystique about them. Like, they still come across as somewhat realistic, but get to play characters.
There's no mistake about them. I just told you what they're all about. They're 2 deadbeat dads trying to get a check and feed their families.
Pay their child support.
Yeah, pay their child support week in, week out. That's what they are. That's a gimmick.
All right.
That's why you couldn't understand their promo, because they were probably too drunk to say anything. They were going, oi, oi, oi. Dude, I'm telling you right now. What's Impact doing? They're bringing in drunks and deadbeat dads and Mexicans that steal. What's going on?
Well, I like Reno Scum. I'm looking forward to seeing more from them.
I'm not.
All right, next up we had an X Division title match. It's a 4-way, including Andrew Everett, Braxton Sutter with Ali.
Ugh, I hate that couple.
The X Division champion Trevor Lee.
Woo!
And the returning Suicide.
Suicide. Haven't heard that name in a while.
It is.
Probably should live up to his name.
He's been away from Impact for quite some time, the old Suicide / Manic. It's good to see him back. Now, this match, I'm giving match of the night. This is a fantastic bout.
Look, I'm not into jumpy matches because I think they're just a waste of time and, they're just showboating. But I'll give it, my match of the night too, just because, I got to see my man, Greg Shane Helms, representing the crew.
The Helms dynasty. Yeah, that's right. Trevor Lee is always flanked by Hara Helms or Shane Helms, or you may remember him as Gregory Helms at one point in his WWE run. Or how about Sugar Shane in WCW?
Sugar Shane.
I remember them all. I really enjoyed this. I thought there was some great high flying, some quick movement, but on top of that, just some really solid mat wrestling as well. Suicide's return is exciting. Like, it's a character. Obviously, we know it's a character. It's a character we haven't seen for a long time. But I enjoyed his new fall off the ropes move.
Yeah, that was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, like an actual suicide move. Like, that was really cool. Andrew Everett, of course, did some spectacular. There's a reason this kid is called the Skywalker. He is amazing. Braxton Sutter.
He's more of a showboat. That's why he got kicked out of the Shane, Helm dynasty. But whatever.
Okay. Braxton Sutter, I thought had the weakest outing in this match, but even in saying that, still got some great offense in. I just think
I actually agree with you on this one. He did have the weakest outing. Thank you.
He did, but I think this match was very much built.
If he spent less time, chatting his, wife up and instead of wrestling, he might actually do something. But each their own, I guess. Impact trying to make things great again. Obviously not working out.
Okay. I just thought the match was built very much to highlight the return of Suicide and Andrew Everett. I thought Trevor Lee, obviously, retaining his title in this match was a good idea. We don't want to take it off him just yet. But it was won by Laurel coming out, distracting Braxton and Ali.
Distracting?
It was a distraction.
How?
Because he had Trevor Lee. He had him. All he had to do was pin him.
No, he didn't. Trevor Lee had him.
The dude was passed out on the ground.
No, he didn't. What? No. What match were you watching, dude?
The match on Impact.
Laurel came out and gave advice to Trevor Lee, all right? And then started going off at freaking Ali for stealing her man, which she did, and which she's rightfully allowed to, because, what's Impact doing? Bringing in, couples that steal each other's wives and whatnot and all this stuff. I can't believe this. I honestly can't believe this.
Okay. Well, what I saw was Laurel distracting Braxton. Braxton turns around and takes a knee to the temple from Trevor Lee. Trevor Lee rolls him up for the 1-2-3, retains his title.
Good.
Now, as this is going on, Ali and Laurel are yelling at each other. Sienna's music hits. She comes to the top of the ramp.
Princess Sienna. Get it right, sir.
Okay. Princess Sienna. You're a fan, I take it?
Big fan. Been a big fan since day one.
Well, I have to admit, she cut an amazing promo.
One of the best promos I've heard from a knockout period.
I actually have to agree with you on Braxton and Ali. It was brilliant. She used, references to Romeo and Juliet and... Like, it was just a really...
To our fans that don't know Romeo and Juliet, just Google it. Because, they're probably pretty dumb. They won't know who that is.
I didn't say that. He did. He leave the hate for him, not for me.
Good.
So it was an amazing promo, though. She cut a just brilliant promo. And the fall of Braxton and Ali are coming, apparently, foreshadowing...
She didn't cut a promo. She told the truth.
Yeah, well, she said she's coming for them. Yeah. So... I'm looking forward to seeing the fallout there. That Sienna is an amazing performer who hasn't had a chance to shine while Maria was there. So it's great to see her having her opportunities now that Maria's no longer there. They've given her the microphone and she's just knocking it out of the park.
Probably the first thing Impact's done right tonight, letting Sienna talk.
I'm not going to say that, but I thought it was a great, great segment. All right, finally, we have Bruce Prichard come into the ring. He said in 2 weeks...
Man, that's going to take this company to the sky. I'm telling you right now. Mark my words, people.
All right. You heard it first here by G-Banks. In 2 weeks, they're going to crown new tag team champions. They're going to have a 4-way tag team match with the top 4 tag teams in Impact Wrestling. Now, Decay has a bit of...
I don't know how they're going to do that. They got no one.
Well, we'll see. Like, Impact apparently, Decay has a problem with that. They come to the ring and say, well, you should just give us the titles. We rescued them from time and space. They were gone. Look, and we rescued your titles. They're ours now.
Look, again, I don't like them, but they got a point.
I can kind of actually agree with that. I see their point. They did rescue the titles from the Hardys. Reno Scum come out to the ring because they've got a problem with that. They're like, no. We want a shot at the titles. Garza Jr. and Larado Kid come down and cut a promo in Spanish. Larado Kid cuts it in Spanish. And then Garza Jr. translates it in English for us, letting us know that they're there for the titles. Of course, this all breaks down. This leaves Decay standing in the ring by themselves. Mm-hmm. Looks like they're reigning over the tag team division. But remember, they said that there was 4 teams. And we've only seen 3 at this point. Then you hear the...
bang, bang.
L.A.X. are back!
All right. This is the night... this is the only time of the night where we're actually going to agree with each other. Woo! All right, L.A.X.
We're on the same page here.
All right, L.A.X.
Konnan and Homicide hit the ring.
Homicide came out balling. He had some Mexican crew with him.
Yeah, they've got a whole crew now. A bunch of other guys hit the ring.
Yeah.
They just destroy everything.
Obviously, Donald Trump's war policy is not in place at the moment, but who gives a shit? If, if the crazy Mexicans run around, taking over Impact, I can see that. I enjoy that.
I'm so happy Konnan and Homicide are back. Like, I remember Konnan from the NWO days. Like, I'm that old. Love me some Konnan. You heard me lose my shit.
Yeah.
When we only saw Konnan for like 2 minutes in that Hardy segment, I lost my fucking mind. Conan's here every week.
Yeah.
And the Homicide hits a gringo killer on Crazy Steve. It was awesome.
It was.
It
was good to watch those guys again. It was.
Yeah. L.A.X. are back. This is amazing. So they finish off with Konnan cutting a promo saying that they're here to make some changes. And the White Mafia is going down. I don't know who the White Mafia. I think it's just every white person.
Every gringo in that company.
I don't care.
I'm not going to stop him. Are you going to stop him?
I'm not going to stop him. I'm not getting... Conan's a crazy motherfucker. I'm not getting in his way.
These guys know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to leave it to them.
So I'm really, really happy. And not only that, Homicide is actually, an X-Division champion of the past as well. A fantastic competitor in the ring. Having Konnan next to him. Like, Homicide is a huge name on his own. Let's not take away from that. But Homicide Konnan is a legend in this business too. So having them two together, who were in the original L.A.X. as well. Konnan was the manager and Homicide and Hernandez were the tag team. So
I would love to see Hernandez come back.
Yeah, see if we can get Supermax back as well.
That will just complete,
LAX,
everything.
Yeah. We just heard the Knockout Fiona yell out from another room, "Border toss!"
Yes.
I would love to see a border toss. So all in all, I'm really enjoying Impact Wrestling's new direction. I think we've got some great matchups coming. Some more returns are in the pipeline. So
I don't know. We were promised changes, and from what I'm seeing, it's just recycled trash over and over again.
What are you talking with? New teams, new people? A 4-way for the X Division title? LAX are back? What are you talking about?
I don't know. They haven't wooed me yet.
All right. Well, we've got more people returning soon, with the rumor being that Magnus will be making an impact really soon, and Matt Morgan, the Blueprint, will be making an impact really, really soon as well. So I'm looking forward to that. I think having Alberto El Patron on the roster is a great idea. He brings eyes to the product.
Oh, I don't know. That one... Alright, we'll leave it for another show for that one, but okay. I can go on for ages about why El Patron should be there, but oh well.
So I think the only thing we were missing from this episode was some Bobby Lashley, so hopefully we see some more Bobby Lashley next week.
Yeah, we'll get to see what he has to say about this whole shenanigans and robbery that happened to our world champion.
He's got his title back, calm down.
Well, it was bullshit in the first place. He shouldn't have lost it.
Okay. Apparently we have some more knockouts coming back as well, including ODB.
Ooh, okay.
Karen Jarrett, who's not really a knockout, more of a manager.
No one cares.
Come on, it's Kurt Angle's ex-wife, Jeff Jarrett's wife.
Still no one cares.
All right, fair enough. Some exciting things happening. Like, I'm really enjoying the fact that we've got new teams in Impact with, like, Reno Scum. That's amazing. Some new luchadors. It's amazing. Like, let's keep this coming. Let's keep it going. Let's throw some more people into the X Division mix. Let's keep some more tag teams rolling in as well. Let's keep some more singles competitors rolling in. Let's just keep this ball rolling. Bruce Prichard, Dutch Mantell, Jeff Jarrett, Scott D'Amore are making Impact great again.
We'll see. We'll see. They're halfway there. You know, they're getting bits and pieces right, but, you know, there's still some stuff that are questionable, and we'll leave it at that.
Okay, that's two different opinions on what we just saw. What did you think of the latest episode of Impact? Leave us a comment below. For the guy on Reddit that leaves us a really long comments every episode, thank you so much. We really appreciate interacting with you. Make sure you let us know what you thought of this episode of Impact. Until next time, we're making an impact. I was your host, The Stooge.
And I'm the one and only G-Banks.
Adventure, excitement. Stooge craves not these things.
Welcome to the new revolution.
Okay.